Leonard's Big Bang Theory role was predicted by young Sheldon. Hello everyone, my name is Alana. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like. Caution. Episode 11 of Young Sheldon's 6th season contains spoilers. Leonard's involvement on the Big Bang Theory is predicted by Dr. Sturgis' counsel in Young Sheldon Season 6, Episode 11. Sheldon and his first mentor reunite after a period of working apart as the young prodigy looks for assistance in starting his grant database project. But they have a lot of work ahead of them, particularly because East Texas Tech is making every effort to sabotage the project. Dr. Sturgis gives Sheldon some advice as he struggles with President Hagemeyer's unscrupulous methods, which also happens to be a description of Leonard's function in the Big Bang Theory. The academic institution has emerged as young Sheldon's new antagonist since Mary broke with her faith and East Texas Tech became embroiled in a dispute with Sheldon. Astute Sheldon Cooper saw that President Hagemeyer and Dr. Linkletter were trying to profit from his passion project and cut them off. However, when they irritate Sheldon in every manner imaginable, they just grow more callous in their behavior rather than honoring his choice. Related, Sheldon's saddest TBT regret was made even worse by his Missy in Ruthless, Toothless, and A Week of Bed Rest. Hagemeyer scares Sheldon by making college a challenge. This involves frightening him with a roommate, something the child finds objectionable. Dr. Sturgis calms him down by stating that Sheldon doesn't have to be against his housemates because they can become lifelong friends. This comment accurately foretells Sheldon's true soulmate, Leonard, from the Big Bang Theory. It should not be overlooked how significant Leonard is to Sheldon's life and how their connection began as roommates, even though the original sitcom chose to concentrate on Sheldon and Amy's relationship after they win the Nobel Prize in Physics in the conclusion. As the Big Bang Theory reveals, Leonard became Sheldon's roommate because Sheldon's former roommate, a socially awkward genius, had had enough of his shenanigans. Leonard also thought about leaving after learning what he had gotten himself into, but he decided to stay when Sheldon saved him, Raj, and Howard. There is no doubting that Leonard and Sheldon's love for one another is sincere, even though their relationship in the Big Bang Theory has its ups and downs. One may even argue that Sheldon's bond with Leonard is far more significant than his friendship with Amy. The story also emphasizes how crucial Leonard has been to the socially awkward protagonist's adult life as Young Sheldon Season 6 continues to address Sheldon's battle with East Texas Tech. Sheldon is virtually left on his own in the CBS prequel to the Big Bang Theory. Even if Dr. Sturgis provides assistance, it is insufficient, and Sheldon's difficult academic periods highlight the lack of a true companion. The other members of his Pasadena gang on the Big Bang Theory, Sheldon is fortunate to never feel alone. Even though Sheldon becomes close to all of his adult friends, his relationship with Leonard is the most important one, contributing to Sheldon's character development and making him a lot better Sheldon at the end of the program. Dr. Sturgis seemed to have understood Sheldon's needs in Young Sheldon Season 6. Young Sheldon predicted Leonard's role in the Big Bang Theory. You won't believe how this was set up. Introduction. Did young Sheldon secretly predict Leonard's future in the Big Bang Theory? If you've ever wondered if there are hidden connections between Sheldon Cooper's early life and the beloved characters from the Big Bang Theory, this theory might just blow your mind. It turns out that some subtle moments from young Sheldon, particularly involving Sheldon's interactions with Leonard, hinted at the important role Leonard would play in the Big Bang Theory. This reveal will have you looking at both shows in a whole new light. Keep reading to discover how young Sheldon cleverly set up Leonard's path to becoming the heart of TBDT. A little backstory. The foundation of Leonard's role in TBBT. Before we dive into how young Sheldon predicted Leonard's role in the Big Bang Theory, let's quickly revisit Leonard's significance in the original series. Leonard Hofstadter, played by Johnny Galecki, is one of the central characters in TBD. As a brilliant yet socially awkward physicist, Leonard is the everyman of the group, someone with a balance of intellect and relatability that sets him apart from the likes of Sheldon and Howard. Leonard's role in The Big Bang Theory is crucial. He's the glue that holds the group together. He's the one who dates Penny, eventually marrying her, and his more grounded personality contrasts with the eccentricities of Sheldon and the others. But did you know that Young Sheldon, which focuses on Sheldon's childhood, may have been laying the groundwork for Leonard's role all along? That's right, certain moments in Sheldon's early life might actually be the key to understanding Leonard's place in TBDT. Sheldon's childhood and Leonard's subtle influence throughout Young Sheldon. The show delves into Sheldon's formative years, giving fans a glimpse of how he became the quirky genius we know and love. But what's interesting is the way that Sheldon interacts with those around him, especially when it comes to his relationships with people like his family, classmates, and teachers. As we've seen, Sheldon's personality doesn't always lend itself well to traditional social situations, and he often clashes with authority figures, peers, and even his own family. However, Young Sheldon has a clever way of showing how Sheldon's early relationships actually mirror some of the dynamics we see later in The Big Bang Theory, specifically his bond with Leonard. In several episodes, Sheldon's interactions with people who challenge his thinking, push him out of his comfort zone, and even tolerate his eccentricities foreshadow Leonard's future role in TBD. Let's take a closer look at how these interactions might have predicted Leonard's role in Sheldon's life and the bigger TBD universe. Leonard's first foreshadowed moment. The mentor figure, one of the most striking parallels between Young Sheldon and The Big Bang Theory, involves the way Sheldon's intellectual development is guided by key figures in his life. Figures who play roles that mirror Leonard's support of Sheldon in TBBT. In Young Sheldon, we see Sheldon's relationships with various mentors and authority figures, including his professors, teachers, and even his own family members. These interactions often involve moments where Sheldon is reluctantly taught or challenged by someone who is able to bridge the gap between his genius and his social awkwardness. This dynamic mirrors the way Leonard steps into Sheldon's life as a supportive figure in TBD. Leonard often plays the role of the mediator, the one who helps Sheldon navigate his personal and social challenges. The subtle way Young Sheldon introduces us to Sheldon's formative moments with influential figures may have been laying the foundation for Leonard's future role as Sheldon's academic and emotional counterpart. From the very beginning of Young Sheldon, Sheldon is shown to need someone who can challenge him intellectually and guide him socially, someone who will help him grow in ways he doesn't understand at the time. Leonard plays this exact role in The Big Bang Theory, which makes sense given the early setup we see in Young Sheldon. Leonard's role as the mediator between Sheldon and the world. If there's one character trait that defines Leonard's role in The Big Bang Theory, it's his ability to act as the mediator between Sheldon and the world. Sheldon's stubbornness, lack of social awareness, and intellectual arrogance often put him at odds with others, but Leonard is the one person who can reason with him and offer the balance of friendship, tolerance, and respect that Sheldon needs. In many ways, Leonard is the bridge that connects Sheldon to the rest of society. Young Sheldon hints at this future dynamic in subtle yet powerful ways. In several episodes, Sheldon is shown struggling with how to communicate with others or navigate complex social situations. His early life is full of moments where his brilliant mind clashes with the world around him, much like we see in TBD. What's fascinating is that the figures around him who attempt to get through to Sheldon often resemble the role that Leonard will later play in TBDT. Whether it's his mother, Mary Cooper, or even his brother Georgie, Sheldon's interactions with these figures foreshadow Leonard's eventual role as the one who is able to balance Sheldon's intellect with real-world understanding. The emotional connection. Leonard as Sheldon's emotional anchor. One of the most significant aspects of The Big Bang Theory is the emotional depth of Leonard's relationship with Sheldon. Despite their many differences, Leonard becomes Sheldon's emotional anchor in a way that no one else in the group can. Leonard tolerates Sheldon's quirks, tempers his behavior when necessary, and even steps in as the voice of reason when Sheldon's emotions are in turmoil. This emotional connection is essential for Sheldon's growth throughout TBDT, and in a way, it can be traced back to young Sheldon. In Sheldon's childhood, we see hints of the emotional struggle he faces as he learns how to interact with the world. The moments when Sheldon's family, particularly his mother, shows him love and understanding are eerily similar to the emotional support Leonard later provides in TBDT. In both young Sheldon and TBDT, we see a growing emotional intelligence in Sheldon, but it's Leonard who helps him channel that into meaningful relationships. A crucial moment in young Sheldon that foreshadows Leonard's influence. There's a particular moment in young Sheldon where Sheldon faces an academic challenge and is forced to confront his own intellectual limitations. In this moment, Sheldon is given guidance by an older, more experienced figure, someone who teaches him the value of humility and patience. This moment serves as a key turning point for Sheldon, setting him on the path to understanding how to coexist with others who aren't always as intellectually gifted as he is. This pivotal moment in Sheldon's life could be seen as a microcosm of his later relationship with Leonard in The Big Bang Theory. Leonard often serves as a mentor and guiding force for Sheldon, providing him with both intellectual challenges and emotional growth. The way that Sheldon learns from his experiences in young Sheldon aligns perfectly with Leonard's ability to help Sheldon mature emotionally and socially in TBDT. How young Sheldon sets up Leonard's role in TBDT. When we take a step back and look at the broader picture, it's clear that young Sheldon has been planting the seeds for Leonard's future role in The Big Bang Theory all along. From the subtle clues about Sheldon's need for intellectual and emotional guidance to the way certain mentor figures in his life shape his development, the connections between the two shows are undeniable. The groundwork for Leonard's crucial role in Sheldon's life and the TBDT group dynamic was laid early in Sheldon's childhood. As fans of The Big Bang Theory revisit Leonard's essential role in the series, it's fascinating to look back at young Sheldon and see how these seemingly minor moments were actually foreshadowing the deep emotional and intellectual connection between Leonard and Sheldon. Leonard's role wasn't just a random choice, it was the natural progression of Sheldon's growth, as predicted by his experiences in young Sheldon. Conclusion: a surprising connection that will change how you see both shows. So, did young Sheldon secretly predict Leonard's role in The Big Bang Theory? The answer is a resounding yes. From Sheldon's early need for mentorship to his eventual emotional connection with Leonard, it's clear that young Sheldon was setting up Leonard as a key figure in Sheldon's life all along. This hidden connection between the two shows adds a new layer of depth to both characters and shows just how cleverly the writers have intertwined the two series. Now, when you watch Leonard and Sheldon's relationship unfold in The Big Bang Theory, you'll see it in a whole new light, one that began with Sheldon's early life in young Sheldon, who knew that a seemingly innocent childhood moment could foreshadow one of TV's most iconic friendships. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.